Hey, Natalie here. Let me ask you something first. Have you ever opened YouTube, looked at your niche, and thought, everyone already has subscribers? Everyone is already doing this, all these big YouTubers. So what difference would I even make as a YouTuber? Or maybe you felt this quiet frustration, like every YouTube topic is already covered. What unique thing can I possibly do that people will actually watch? Don't worry, I'll give you the solution. And honestly, I bet nobody has ever explained YouTube niches to you the way we're about to talk about them today. These aren't the usual ideas you hear everywhere. So if you want more rare, practical YouTube ideas that most people never talk about, make sure you're subscribed to YT Natalie. Goodness, that feeling of everything is already covered stops so many potential YouTubers before they even begin. Today's video is about 7 local-based YouTube niches that actually work in 2026. Not because they're trendy, not because they promise virality, but because they solve a problem most YouTubers don't realize they have, trying to stand out globally instead of becoming important locally. And before we get into the list, there's one mindset shift every YouTuber needs to hear. Here it is. A YouTuber with 10,000 strong local viewers can be far more powerful than a YouTuber with 100,000 random global viewers. I know that sounds backwards, but think about it. Local viewers recognize the places you talk about. They understand the prices, the problems, the context. So when you speak, it doesn't feel like content. It feels personal. That's how trust forms faster. That's how a YouTuber turns into local authority, not just another channel. So let's start with the list. Number 1, local price and cost of living reality content. This is the most important one, especially if you're feeling stuck or invisible. The problem is that people are drowning in big numbers, inflation headlines, economic charts, national averages. But none of that answers the real question. What does life actually cost where I live? The solution is simple. You show reality. Groceries, rent, utilities, eating out, gyms, transport, childcare. You don't exaggerate, you don't dramatize, you just document. And goodness, people trust calm honesty far more than dramatic opinions. Now, money-wise, this niche performs very well. In Tier 1 countries, CPMs usually sit between $8 to $15, sometimes even higher, because finance, housing, and lifestyle advertisers love this audience. Number 2, local scam awareness and consumer protection. The problem here is fear and confusion. People constantly worry about being misled by fake services, dishonest contractors, misleading subscriptions, or shady local offers. Your job isn't to scare people, it's to protect them. You research, you observe, you explain what to watch out for and how to stay safe. This content spreads naturally because people want to protect others. And once viewers trust you with their safety, they don't unsubscribe easily. From a monetization angle, this niche usually sees CPMs around $6 to $10, especially when it overlaps with insurance, legal, or consumer services. Now, before we move on to number 3, let's pause for just a moment. If this video is already making you think differently, if you're sitting there going, wow, nobody actually explains YouTube like this, go ahead and like this video, share it with a YouTuber friend who feels lost, and subscribe to YT Natalie for more ideas most creators never hear about. All right, let's continue. Number 3, local jobs, skills, and hiring reality. The problem is that most online career advice ignores real life. Not everyone wants to move cities. Not everyone wants a remote tech job. And not everyone fits into one success story. The solution is focusing on what actually works where you live. What jobs are hiring, what skills pay decently, what certifications or trades are respected locally. When you do this, you become useful, and usefulness always beats virality. This niche tends to attract education and recruitment advertisers, so CPMs tend to range between $9 to $18, which is honestly very strong. Let me ask you something. What kind of jobs do people around you keep talking about lately? That question alone can give you 10 video ideas. Number 4. Local small business breakdowns. The problem is that most business content online feels unrealistic. It's either extreme success or complete failure. Real life lives in the middle. You show how local businesses actually survive: their rent, their margins, their stress, their slow days. You don't judge, you don't glorify, you explain. And LOL, something interesting happens here. Business owners start respecting you. Over time, some of them will actually pay you to feature their business. Ad-wise, CPMs usually sit around $7 to $12, but when you add paid local promotions, your effective earnings per video can go much higher. Number 5. Local government systems and bills explained simply. The problem is confusion. People don't hate paying bills as much as they hate not understanding them. So you calmly explain utilities, property taxes, parking rules, or local services. No politics, no anger, just clarity. This niche doesn't always sound exciting, but it attracts mature, stable viewers. CPMs usually range between $5 to $9, with very strong audience loyalty. Number 6. Local food value and hygiene reality. Not fancy edits, not shouting, "best ever." The problem is that people are tired of hype. They want to know if something is actually worth their money. You focus on value, cleanliness, portion size, and honesty. And geez, how many times have you wished someone warned you before you wasted money at a place? Exactly. Ad CPMs here are lower, usually $3 to $6, but this niche shines when local restaurants start paying for features and collaborations. Number 7. Local life pressure and emotional reality. This one is subtle but powerful. The problem is that many people feel stressed, lonely, or stuck because of where they live, and nobody talks about it openly. You talk about commuting stress, housing pressure, cost anxiety, that quiet feeling of being overwhelmed. You don't fix people, you just make them feel understood. This niche typically sees CPMs around $4 to $8, but the watch time and loyalty are very high, which helps the channel long term. Now here's a final bonus truth I really want you to remember. When a YouTuber builds even 5 to 10,000 strong local viewers, they become more than a creator. They become local media. Local businesses don't want global reach. They want nearby attention. That's why smaller local channels often monetize faster than larger global ones. So if you've been feeling late, if you've been feeling invisible, you're not behind. You're early, just focused on the wrong scale. Local content isn't small content, it's meaningful content. Take a breath, pick one direction, and grow where you actually matter. I'll see you in the next one.